Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Here in college, it's super windy this past week. It has been, in my opinion, unusually windy, but I decided to film today outside. If you guys like this setup, let me know. I'm trying to move it around. I'm getting bored of my usual kitchen setup, so I'm trying to change things up. Anyway, so in today's video, I wanted to do an update on our cost of living. Since we have recently purchased this house, obviously our costs have gone up. And now that we are 1 year, I can't believe I'm saying this, but we've been living here for 1 whole year. So obviously we purchased more things, we have more expenses, so I wanted to share what our current costs are here in Portugal. If you're new to my channel, my name is Josie. I currently live in the Silver Coast of Portugal with my family of 5. Now, if you're interested in knowing more about my cost of living when I was renting a townhouse in Foz do Elo, I'll link it below in the description box. But let's get started. So I broke things up into our main expenses. So like our house, our cars, schooling, eating out, groceries, all that stuff. So let's get started. There are some things that I pay once a year or some things I pay twice a year. So I might and might not have included it just because I'm doing whatever I paid this previous month. So the first payment that I made was our mortgage. We recently bought our house, which I'll link below our house tour. We have pretty much a 5-bedroom, 6-bedroom house here in Caldish. So our mortgage payment is 1,372 euros. Everything that I'll list below is in euros. Just know that I'll try to convert it over to US dollars below. Our next thing is utilities. Okay, so let's go over electricity. Now, in my previous video, I did a video comparing renting versus buying and sharing our current cost of our electricity and our utilities and everything. So I knew that our electricity, pretty much our utilities would eventually go up because obviously as you live in the house longer, you tend to consume a little bit more. And in our case, we have a heated pool that we wanted to use on a regular basis. So we were actually heating it up on a daily basis. So we pretty much set it at a certain temperature, and then it's automated where the heat pump will turn on when it needs to heat the pool up. So we decided to choose an electric heat pump versus having a solar panel. Now, we do have a solar panel for our main water consumption, but in order to have another heat pump that was solar based, that we would have to buy another solar panel. So we ended up purchasing an electric heat pump because we wanted to be able to have something that's consistent. If the sun wasn't out, we wanted to make sure that we could still heat the pool. Anyway, so that being said, we did heat the pool. Well, we have been heating the pool every single day for the past 30 days because obviously it's something nice to have. And our electricity did go up. On top of the heated pool, we have been running our AC on and off, depending on the day and everything. Typically, we can just open up the windows and have the nice breeze come in, but there are certain days that it gets really hot. And if you haven't noticed, like behind me, my house is full of windows. So we tend to get a lot of sunlight coming into the house, which also heats the house up. Anyway, so we spent this past month 120 euros for our electricity, which in the grand scheme of things is still relatively affordable in comparison to what other people have noted. I know a bunch of you guys have been messaging me about our rating on our house, and it was an A rating. I'll try to find the piece of paper with the energy ratings and all that stuff, and I will try to show you guys if I find it. I'm pretty sure I have it. The next thing is our water. So I knew our water was going to go up too because we do have to fill up the pool. Not fill it up completely, but we do have to top it off. Pretty much once a week we do that. And then I do have a garden, a vegetable garden, and we do water our lawn. So I knew by adding all those in, we were going to have to pay more in water. So this past month, we spent 60 euros for our water, which again, it's still not that bad because 60 euros for the size of our house is pretty manageable. Now, internet and cable. We have Mio for our internet and cable, and knowing my husband, I'm pretty sure he got top of the line stuff because he does work at home and he does work in IT, so he needs to have really reliable internet access. So we spend 35 euros for our internet and cable, and honestly, we rarely use our cable, but you do get a lot of channels. And I'm sorry, if I'm squinting a lot, the sun is coming in and it's getting bright, so I might move soon. Next is our house cleaning. As I mentioned before, I do get my house cleaned twice a month. There are usually 1 or 2 women that come in and clean the house for a couple of hours each time, and they do a very thorough job, which is helpful. And I pay 96 euros for the month. Well, I pay 100 because I usually round up, so 100 euros. The pool maintenance, as I mentioned before, we do have a pool that we use regularly, so we do have a company that comes over and maintains our pool. So they clean our pool, they test the pH on it, do everything related to the pool because I know nothing about pool maintenance. And we spend 65 euros. They do come twice a month for that too. So the next category that we're gonna go over is the school. So I have 3 kids in private school, and both my 2 older kids were taking PL&M class, so this price does include the PL&M because you do have to pay extra for it, at least in my situation. So we spend 1,120 euros for my 3 kids. That includes the PL&M, the tuition, and all foods and drinks, as well as their after-school activities. So they are enrolled in swimming. My 2 older are enrolled in swimming, soccer, gymnastics. What else are they in? I don't know now. I think that's it. I think that's all they're in. But yes, that includes all their paid activities. So that is very helpful to have everything in one school. My next thing is my cell phone. So my husband and I, we have unlimited cell phone access, the plan, the internet, all that stuff through Vodafone. And we spend 80 euros for that. And then next is my gym membership. So I have a gym membership with Fitness Factory here in Caldish. I'm gonna be honest, I don't use it as often, so I am the perfect client for them. I try, but I don't go as often as I was hoping to, but I spend 22 euros and 80 cents. Now let's go over food cost, groceries, eating out, all that stuff. So again, there are 5 people in my family, and I don't know, my grocery this past month has been higher than usual. So yeah, I need to work on that. But I spent 664 euros for our groceries. And then our eating out has also gone up. Now this is one thing I miss about living in Foz because I don't know if you guys are familiar with Glovo. It's a food delivery service, and it's very convenient for those that don't want to cook or don't want to move. Okay, for lazy people like me, okay? There are times where I just don't want to cook. And you go on Glovo, I'll do an app. If you guys want, I can show you guys what Glovo is. I'll make a video on it, just let me know. But Glovo, yeah, Glovo is not available in Foz, but here in Caldish it is available. So that is one thing I did notice a lot, is that when we lived in Foz, I didn't have access to Glovo. So, you know, I just was forced to cook a lot more, or I would go down to the piri place that was within walking distance. Anyway, so for eating out, we have gone out quite a bit this past month, and we spent 308 euros for eating out. All in all, it's almost $1,000 on food for this past month. If that may be a lot, I don't know, you can let me know. Okay, so the next thing is our car. So we have 1 car, and we spent on gas 234 euros. Now, I'm not one to stay home often. I use my car daily. I pick up and drop off the kids. I go meet up with friends. I do my errands. I do a lot of stuff. So I do live in my car. And I don't just stay in this area. I do drive to numerous other towns over, or even like, I go to Torres a lot because my daughter does have follow-up appointments at the COOF hospital there. So there are a lot of things I drive, or a lot of places I drive to. So I fill up my gas pretty much every 10 days, I would say. So that's how much I spend for gas. The next thing is toll roads. So this past month we spent 9 euros on tolls. And then we did get our car wash, which ended up being $8.46. Okay, So we went on vacation. In my previous video, I showed you a little glimpse of our trip to Nazaré, where we stayed at the Ojai outdoor resort, which is lovely. I highly, highly recommend you checking it out if you are in the area. So we spent 500 euros for our vacation there. It was 2 nights, so 3 days. We had to pay to have our dog there, which is lovely to have a place except small dogs. So we were able to get that. And then our vacation also included breakfast too. Okay, so next is subscriptions. So I signed up with a lot of subscriptions, or I guess I should say I have a lot of subscriptions. And one of being Amazon Music, which we pay $7.42. Again, these are all euros, so just mind you for that. Actually, take back, sorry. Some of these things are in dollars, so this made me dollars because I charge it onto my credit card that already does the conversion. So that's $7.42 US dollars. The travel mailbox is $19.99, and that is our mailbox that we have in the States. It's a digital mailbox where we collect all of our information and blah, blah, and they send it over here. Anyway, our next one is Netflix. We spend $19.99, and as maybe you guys are too, we are not happy with the increase in price. However, we use it all the time, so it is what it is. And then Discovery, I pay $5 for my Discovery subscription. Next thing is miscellaneous cost. So like we went to IKEA, we went to Agroloja, we went to Leroy Merlin. So obviously I garden, so I have to buy a lot of gardening stuff. And if you're a gardener and you have to start your new garden, you know how expensive it can be. So I'm going to tell you the prices of these. I know that these are prices to me. So I'm pretty sure that you guys will have some sort of miscellaneous cost too, and you could just budget what I budgeted for this past month. So we went to IKEA, we spent $65, yes, dollars, because again, this is on my credit card, so it's not euros, $65. Agroloja was $138, and Leroy Merlin was $200. Agroloja, if you're not familiar, is kind of a place where it's a little bit of everything. You can buy house stuff there, you can buy garden stuff there, you can buy animals there, so it's just a little bit of everything. And then Leroy Merlin is similar to like Home Depot back in the States, so you buy all of your Home Depot stuff there. Just everything you could buy, house related, garden related, just a little bit of everything. It's one of those big box stores here. Anyway, so the grand total that I spent is roughly 5,000 euros, give or take. Some of these stuff are in US dollars, and I just added everything up, so it might be a little bit shy of 5,000. I know for a fact that our school costs are going to go down because I spent 120 euros of that 1,120 euros in PL&M classes for my kids, and they will not be enrolled in PL&M next year, so I know that the prices will go down to about 1,000 euros. And then what else I know I'm gonna reduce down? I'm still trying to figure out if my grocery budget is in line with what the average is out there. I know I tend to buy a lot of snacks for my kids because they love snacks. So I may or may not be reducing down our grocery budget. I'm not quite sure yet. And other things that I am looking at to reduce, obviously our miscellaneous expenses is very subjective. It just depends. Oh, I also forgot to mention with our miscellaneous expenses, I did have a dental cleaning at Clinimed, and that was 64 euros. So add that to my 5,000. But that 5,000 also included our vacation, and I wish I could say that I'm going to go on vacation every single month, but realistically, we probably won't. So if you took the vacation out, then really my overall budget was 4,500 or so euros. And then other things that I am looking at, I'm looking at our expenses now, and there's really not much I'm going to reduce down. So if you were to ask me what our overall budget really is or how much do we normally spend, I would probably safely say 4,500 euros. So again, that's for my family of 5. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Ciao!